Lindsay Cook back to serve. She gets it over. It's dug up by Foster. There's Jones, another big hit. Another kill for Erin Jones, 21 on the night. Her at least fourth straight double-digit kill. 3 of the 4 of those matches, she got 20 or more. That's a stat for you. Meanwhile, the serve is over. Cook sends it up from the back row. Brown sneaks it over, but they're ready for it. She sneaks it over again. Cook digs it up, and it goes into the net. Lehman sends it over. Blau to Brown to Bildstein. That's blocked. There's Miller that sends it over. Nothing doing there. Lehman sends it over on a sneak attack. That falls inbounds. Cohawks score after quite the rally there. Now lead it 4-3 here in the 5th set. Jones checks out as well as Dinsdale, who just got the serve. Dug up by Blau to Brown to Urbis on the other side. That's going to fall. And they'll call that a net violation anyway. But it would not have mattered as that ball fell straight onto the floor after Urbis hit it. Maria Brown checks out. Abby Stabell comes back in for the Knights. And Urbis is now back to serve. She gets it over. And that will fall in bounds. Give her an ace. Knights take the lead for the first time in the 5th set.
And if I'm not mistaken, it's the first time since set number 2 that they've had any sort of lead.
I believe you're correct on that. That's dug up. Lehman, big hit, stuffed at the net. Bildstein, Stabell, there. Nothing happening for the Cohawks on that one. Great defensive show. And the Cohawks are going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Man, what a game this has become.
Oh, certainly. And Wartburg, after looking just not like themselves the last 2 sets, looks like they finally got things clicking again here in set number 5. Still going to be a battle though, because Co definitely is on a hot streak. Obviously, winning the last 2 sets, and Wartburg only needs 9 more points to clinch this match. It's going to be a dandy. I can almost guarantee that. Yeah, and it was a similar situation against Augsburg here on Friday night. The Knights went down 2-0, and they stormed back to win that one on their home court, 3-2. Tyler French and I were on that call. And that was a heck of a game if I've ever seen one. This is shaping to be something similar. Mallory Urbis back out to serve for the 3rd straight time. Co hopes to have shifted the momentum at least a little bit in their favor by stopping play. And we are back in play. And Urbis gets a little bit too much arm behind that serve, and it sails out of bounds. Mallory Urbis has not left the floor at all this evening. She usually doesn't. That's dug up by Blau. Here's Miller sending it over, and that goes out of bounds. Miscommunication on the Cohawk side. Nothing doing on that one. And Miller gets it down for the Knights. Knights lead back up to 2. Here's Bader in to serve. She serves it straight into the net. And credit her with another service error. Knights have had their fair share of those in the last few sets. Cohawks back to within 1. Morgan Klusner back in to serve. She seems to be playing a similar role as Courtney Dinsdale, coming in solely for serves and coming out shortly after. There's Stabell. The lefty gets rejected at the net, but it goes out of bounds and it falls. And that's the 8th point of the set, so the teams will switch sides. Katie Foster back to serve. Knights have their starting lineup out there now. Bree Bader and Katie Foster make up the back row.
Mallory Urbis is back there playing sort of a pseudo back row middle role. And the front row consists of Lizzie Blau, Erin Jones, and Abby Stabell. That is a force to be reckoned with on the Knights side of things. Foster preparing herself. She gets it up and over. That's dug up by Maddie Miller. That's snuck over by Meisinger. There's Blau. Gets it over. That's dug up by Arns, and it falls in front of Meisinger. Knights point again. 9-6 now the score. Knights looking like they're starting to come away with it. But can't speak too soon here. There, Abby Stabell taps it. And that'll go as a Cohawk point. They'll say there was a double hit on the Knights on that possession. Maddie Miller back to serve. Out to the Knights starter. She gets it up and over. Bader digs it up. There's Urbis to Jones. Big hit. Lands in the backcourt. Just in bounds. And the Knights get the point on that one. After the kill there, Maria Brown checks in. The Cohawks take yet another timeout. We'll keep it here once again. Knights are looking good out there. 10-7 now the score.
Yeah, certainly they've been able to, here in this set, they've been able to find their game once again. You know, you can't speak too certainly about a Knights win yet at this point based on how this game has gone, but 5 points away now is Wartburg, and they gotta steamroll towards that 15th point though. They can't just let it coast, because as soon as that happens, Coe's gonna come back and make this one really interesting.
What a turn of events in Dubuque. Loris has forced a 5th set on the undefeated Spartans and currently lead it 3-2. If that game ends by the time we're done here, we will certainly let you know how that one turns out. That one's a match to watch tonight, as are all Dubuque games, if you're a Wartburg fan. Meanwhile here, 10-7 is the score in set number 5. Wartburg leads it. Maria Brown back to do the serving. And play is now resumed. She gets the serve up and over. Lehman digs it up. Lindy, she's stuffed at the net. Erin Meisinger tries to get a hand on it, but she hits it right up back into Lindy and out of bounds. And Brown is back to serve once again. She gets it over. That's dug up. Here's Cook, big hit. That's dug up by Bader in the back row. Brown gets it. Blau sends it over. That falls. Lizzie Blau coming in clutch. And the Knights are now 3 points away from taking this one home. At home. Maria Brown back to serve. She gets it over. That's dug up by Lehman. Here's Cook. Big hit. She's stuffed at the net. Knights calling the SWAT team again. Erin Jones, Mallory Urbis are there. Rejection yet again for Lindsay Cook. And the Cohawks, Knights within 2 of winning this thing. Here's Cook again. Bloops it over this time. And she sends it down. More of an angle. And Bader is just going to have to send it over from the back row. Here's Cook again. That's tipped at the net by Urbis. Here's Jones. Big hit. Falls. That's dug up. And refs will blow a whistle. That's a double hit on the Cohawks. Match point here for Wartburg. 14-7 is the score. Brown once again back to serve. She gets it over. That's dug up by Lehman. Here's Cook. She sends it over. Urbis digs it up. Brown over to Blau. She gets it over. That's dug up again by Lehman. Meisinger to Cook. Blocked. Miscommunication out there a little bit, but Urbis sends it over. That's dug up by Miller. Meisinger tries to get something going. Brown to Jones. She sends it over. That's nothing. Lindy dug up. Maria Brown sends it into the floor. Knights win on a Maria Brown sneak attack. something she does best.